Alright, lebele fo mona go nya ga jana tsama fa metsotso ka nna fela masoma mabedi le botlhano fela mara ga ya borobedi. Station ke Mahikeng FM 96.7 se ikokotlelo sa loago mo nakong e nna lwena re tsamang jalo mo go yone mme fela ka ne se go ka etsa gore re tsana jalo mo sekutwaneng tsa rona sa kgang le mosadi ya ka ne ke se go ka etsa jalo gore go bua jalo le chief in editor a ke tsore ke bua sentle ya Sista Boss re bua jalo ka the founder ya Sista Boss ke ene yo rena jalo lene mo lapeng mo mo nakong ya ga jana mo stationing sa batho station sa Mahikeng FM. Yeah, I get confused for go bitsa lena la gago. Ntse ke re ke ya go bua le Kabelo Mablomo. Some people would say is it a name and say name?
Yes. Kabelo Mablomo ki nickname.
Yes.
We could call it more like a business name,
Yeah.
but it has become an avatar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because o tle kere o tla itlhalosetsa yone gore ke leina le sefane but ra go amogela mo station sa Mahikeng FM ra go amogela mo thulaganyong ya la MOtlapitsong. Alright, a re simolle fela go ntlheng re bua gore Mablomo ke mang tswa kae o inspire ke
Mablomo ke ngwanyana o na leng 31 o tswa Pankop e ko Mpumalanga, just outside Hammanskraal. Mostly batho bantsi ba re tswa Pitori because re bolela Pitori, but Pankop e ko Hammanskraal. And I guess ke inspire ke art, creativity, visuals, graphics, strategy. I love books. I love reading.
Love reading.
Yes.
Yeah. And all the way from Pankop to Mahikeng.
Yeah, you can say that. Before Getla Mahikeng, I was in Joburg for a while where I tried to study. I dropped out marketing, but I stayed there for a while. That's where most of my business ventures started.
Yeah.
So Getla Mahikeng maybe in 2015. Not so long ago.
Yeah, and gore ke batla re tsenele go yone gore from Jozi to here.
Yes.
The reason maybe.
Okay, from Pankopo ke tloha Jozi, it was after matric, studies, which I spent a few years there doing digital marketing. Started working for a couple of businesses there, coffee shops and clubs and live bands, where I was doing digital marketing. And when I left Joburg and came to Mahikeng, it was 2015. And when I got here, I started the events. That's when I started getting into events more, even though in Joburg I was doing events for most of the venues. But when I got here, I started doing my own thing where I started a poetry session. It went through 2015-16 until 2019, just 2 years after I had my son. So yeah, I guess Mahikeng made me stay or made sense to me because I guess it responded well to creative arts.
Oh yes.
Yeah, and that's where most of my job is based. It's creative art. So I get to work with a lot of artists, creatives, behind the scenes producers, and yeah. And
negere gore ke felse ke go botsa gore like go tswa from Pankop to Johannesburg, from Johannesburg to Mahikeng. So I wanted to get into taba ya gore because of that's say ya gore if o bua jalo ka Jozi o bua ka Mahikeng go na le difference, especially re bua jalo urban and rural. So in terms of business wise re focus between the two, Jozi le Mahikeng, or rather the Northwest.
There's a big difference. Personally, when I was still in Joburg, Nikki, one of my biggest money streams was screen printing.
Yeah.
T-shirt printing.
Yes.
I can't do that now in Mahikeng. Well, I can't do that in the capacity in Joburg. Because then I had a screen, which they are like 5 minutes away from my flat. I'm back at home printing. Mahikeng, there is no place to even expose that design on a screen. There's no place where they expose that, so you have to send the screen back and for it to come back here, which is a process. And it's not only that, people don't understand the process of production and manufacturing, whether for products or for services, because even services, even though it's not tangible, there's a production process that goes through every single thing.
Yeah.
So most people don't understand those things. That's why it's hard to get production services at places such as Mahikeng, even the place where I'm from, because Kidi Village, it's harder to do other things because of resources. So I guess that's why most people prefer to move to Joburg to do certain things. But then there's businesses that work just fine in locations like this.
Yeah, ga ile gore ke gona ntse gore ga magaetso station ke sone sa gago sa Mahikeng FM 96.7 selebale jalo gore o ka bua le rona ko WhatsApp 0647290819 if ona le potso, if ona le tshwaelo, bua le rona mo thulaganyong ya rona ya la Motlapitsong ya ka ke go kaetse gore na jalo le Mablomo ke founder ya the magazine ya Sista Boss. Re tla tsena jalo mo go yona later on. So mo nakong ya ga jana re batlela go tlhaloganya jalo gore re bua jalo le mang, re bua jalo le a mother, re bua jalo le a business woman, re bua jalo le a writer, motho ka tselentse jalo. So now are bue jalo ya ka tsuntso ka jalo gore you know there's this there's that and there's tseleng gore ka re saletse go morago ka tsone es ba re mo Mahikeng. So har bua ka being in business, especially all motho a mosadi in Mahikeng, speaking generally for other women ba ileng gore ba le teng, re ka re gona le go ene go rateng as for making sure gore di businesses tsa rona di a gola, as for making sure gore basadi le bone they are, you know, hands on in terms of making sure gore the local economy ya gola.
I think we must give credit to basadi, but no, especially those who did decide to go into entrepreneurship. They are sharks. Like, as much as we're fighting for women empowerment and all those things, women that know what they want, they go for it without any validation. That's what I'm proud of. Whether in Mahikeng or not, women who have decided to start businesses or initiatives, some are not even initiatives, businesses. Sorry, I meant they are non-profit organizations and, you know, just programs and projects that are really pushing forward the concepts, different concepts that are socially changing, you know. Those women, they work hard, and some of them, they don't have resources, they don't have funding, some of them, they don't even know the law in terms of the businesses they are running, but they do it every day with love and passion, and I feel like that's something to really commend. So for me, that is why I would say, yes, indeed, there is progress when it comes to women taking over, taking space, running businesses, empowering each other. Yeah, there's change, even though there's still a lot to do, obviously, because we still see a lot of women dependent on men, whether in marriages or in just simple relationships. But, you know, most women are so dependent on other people. So the more a woman can be dependent on herself, the more it helps with her helping other people. Because if you are dependent all the time, it's hard then to come around and help other people when you're always needing help. You know? Yeah.
Okay. Rabua Razuletse Flamoragas.
This is the Mahikeng FM podcast.
Once we stop, you should be able to fall pregnant within 2 or 3 months of go itlogela. So 2020 ke sebaka gore a itlogetse and then still wa sokola.
Thulaganyo ke o mang mo se African tota ke potso e leng gore e gwetla jalo gore o ikitse go feta leina la gago fela. Potso ya go gwetla jalo kitso ka le morago la gago le kwa o tswang teng.
O tlileng gore lefelo le feleletse le bidio gote ke go Sweding.
Na ha se Sweding ke Oding because ne gona le setlhare se ne gote ke se Odi.
Tswelela go downloada app ya Mahikeng FM kwa Google Play Store kgotsa Apple Apps. Go retsa ka tlhamalalo gongwe le gongwe nako nngwe le nngwe o ka kgona go retsa di-podcast tsa Mahikeng FM. Mahikeng FM 96.7 MHz Sikokotlelo sa loago. O reitse thulaganye le Kagiso morwa mmope mo Mahikeng FM.
Morakong ya ga jana tsamele fela metsotso e ka nna fa 25 before 9 o'clock pele tle re tlogela mo thulaganyong e latelang ya maitiso mo letsatsing la bone. Now are tsene jalo mo go lekeng go tlhaloganya and re bua jalo ka Sista Boss the magazine. Simologile kae gore o feletse go nna le that idea eo go simologile fo kae up until now dilo di bia.
But then truthfully
Yeah.
When I was still, should I say middle school or high school, but then even primary, because I've always loved magazines and I've always been a visual person. I love visuals, I love graphics, images. So every time I would go through magazines, I would wonder how do these things get in the page?
Yeah.
How do they put the words and who does it? How many people? I was always interested in that. So I think fast forward to high school, I started journaling. I think I started journaling in middle school, but then in high school I had went crazy because I had all my friends journaling in my books. Like I would ask them questions in my own books. They would write. I'm sure some of them still think like this girl was going crazy, but now it's when you look at it in retrospect, it makes sense. That's why often when I talk to people about passion and purpose, I say those things are not a destination. You get to them as you beat each goal that you get through. Each goal is a passion. When you hear it, it's a passion. And it leads to the next one. It's a purpose. It leads to the next one. It's a purpose. It's not like a final place where you're like, oh, this is my purpose. I'm going to settle here and it feels good. No ways. Because after that goal, the next one, you're like, I want that one. So from there, I guess that's when I got into graphic designing. I got into graphic designing because I wanted to get into screen printing. And the guy that I met who said, yeah, I'll print for you. He said, I can't design for you though. You will have to find somebody who can do the designs and then come back to me and do the printing. Now he was working with another guy who did graphics and he was so expensive. So I remember I got to the flat where I used to stay in Maristen in Joburg. It's a student accommodation. I'm sure most people know it. When I got there, I said to one of my friends, dude, I want to design, I want to print out something, but the designer is so expensive. He says to me, no, dude, I'm going to give you this app. You're going to design that thing yourself. He's like, yeah, you'll design that thing yourself. I promise. I spent that whole week in school. I think that's the week that I actually dropped out. Because I spent almost the whole week inside designing, learning how to design with that app. That's the app that I still use to this day. It's a software. Even though I'm changing from it, it's Corel Draw. For those who are interested, it's Corel Draw. It's a design app. But we're moving to InDesign because now the magazine is too big for Corel Draw.
Yeah.
So after I started practicing Corel Draw and knowing it, that's when I really got interested into graphic designing. And then I got interested in business and really strategy, and because I was working with designers who were full-time in the workspace, I needed to do the back end of the marketing and the distribution and all that. So we had an office in Gandhi Square in Joburg, and it was quite exciting, quite an exciting era. Then while we were still working, then I had an online blog. I've had an online magazine before, though they were not as structured and as themed, because the only way for something to be successful is for planning. That's why, but when you don't plan to win, you are planning to fail.
Yeah.
That's simple. So all of those things in the past didn't have a plan, a strategy. With this now, we have a plan. We have a process that we're putting down on paper, to a point where if I had to hire someone else to be the editor-in-chief, they would know exactly what it is that I do on a daily basis. Yeah. So Sista Bosso was born in 2021, because the design, the layout for it started in 2021, though our first copy was released on January 2022. That was the first issue of our magazine. It had Kutonong from Limpopo as the cover girl. It was such a crazy story. I mean, if we had to go into those ones, they would take long. But I would say, you asked how is it going now? I guess it's going well. I've got a team of 2 people now who I'm very dependent on. That is my assistant and my mentor, who I'm a boss, because Sista Bosso, so I don't have anyone who holds me accountable. So I need my mentor to hold me accountable for so I have a person who I talk to now and then, who just make sure that some of the things that I say and plan are on track. But otherwise, Sista Bosso is just a team of 2 women, me and my assistant. Please, I dare people to go look at how many people run Vogue, how many people run all these magazines, and you'll have a certain level of respect for the work that we do. So yeah, it's such a great place to be. I never thought, but I should thank those poetry sessions I was telling you about from 2015, because doing those things monthly was preparation for what I'm doing now. I wouldn't be able to produce a magazine monthly if I hadn't produced a poetry session monthly. Now I know I have to talk to people every day. I have to plan for next month. I tell people I don't even know what day it is today, because I'm literally in 2024. I'm talking to people about 2024. It's crazy. But it's really a joy ride. A joy ride. Yeah.
And yaka re bui jalo gore we live in ever changing times, where things change every day, and when somebody I bua ka wena ko nna, I was like, no, I have to ke bua le this person. So hence ne ke go bolela malebekere, no, be it gore ke next year, be it gore I want you more sure
when the time is right, it shall.
So for now, Arbueka Hori, like, is it on hard copy, more digitally, or and the plan kayone to move Huakopile kayone, like King Ruaka the magazine?
Okay. Can I introduce the magazine to the listeners?
Sorry.
So it's called Sista Bosso. Sista Bosso. Is it 2 years? Is it a year? A year and a few months old, I guess. It's 18 copies in. We have 18 digital copies. We have 19 covers. it's a digital magazine and it's not going to be hard copy. A lot of people are like, hard copy. The only hard copy we're going to release are limited editions. And like I say to people, they're going to be expensive because they're going to be like those coffee table books. You don't let your kids touch it. You're like, don't touch this.
Yeah.
But it's a digital magazine. The reason why it's a digital magazine, mainly because we looked at the fact that it is very expensive to print a hard copy, and it's more expensive to get it into the hands of people. If it's not the print that is expensive, it's definitely the distribution. So for a digital magazine, it's much easier for us to get to connect to our readers, and the people that I want for them to read this magazine are village girls. This magazine is meant to get into the hands of village girls who want inspiration, who need to know that women are doing amazing things around the world. Amazing things with zero resources. So that's the people that we're trying to get to. So right now, we have a few strategies, including social media. We have a foundation coming up which will be distributing pads, because that is the other. What we're using it in two ways. We're using it as a marketing strategy to say that's the way we're going to reach these girls and be able to have conversations with them. It's around pads and the whole menstruation topic, but also to make sure that we can reach as many girls as possible, and also see if we can get other organizations to get involved, because there's many organizations that we have also written about in the magazine, obviously not as collaborations but as features, to talk about them because of the work that they do that we absolutely recommend and are all about. So the whole idea with it is that we can have a conversation about women being total bosses while needing men. I want us to have this conversation of feminism for your listeners, because really this conversation has had people going insane. Feminism is not women trying to be men or trying to be equal to men, okay? I want to be taken care of. I don't want to carry my bags or shopping plastics or open the doors. I don't want to do that. I want men to do that for me, okay? That's on, period. Feminism is about the big issues that women are facing, okay? Women around the world are being married at a young age. There's women who are married at... I should stop saying women. Girls are getting married at 13 years old around the world. They're missing out on being teenagers, on going to school. Some religions around the world believe that girls shouldn't go to school, they should take care of families. There's a whole lot of situations. Some women can't show off their hair, they can't decide what they want to eat, where they want to work. There's issues that women go through every single day, and those are the things that feminism is about. So those are the issues that the magazine talks about. It's the fact that we love men, absolutely, but also can we all come together and talk about some of the issues that we can solve, which include women, period poverty. There's women who don't go to work, they don't go to school because they don't have pads, they don't have resources, hygienic products and all that. Those are the issues that need our attention ASAP.
So if somebody already mona go ya ga jana o batla go kry the copy, but we see more information ka Sista Bosso Magazine, we are guy.
Okay, so our social media is the best bet. Our Facebook, definitely. We have links there on our Facebook that will give you our magazines, and they're for free for now. Some of them will start being for sale soon, as soon as our website is under construction. As soon as our website is done, some of the latest copies will be for sale. But all the 2022 copies will be for free forever. But all the new copies going forward will all be for sale. There's a lot that we need to do with the money. We thought we were going to be for free forever, but no, we're not. There's a lot that we need to do with the money. There's a lot of people that call us needing help. I never thought so many people will call me for help. to a point where I don't know how to help anymore, because some are monetary, some are spiritual problems, some are emotional problems. They all need some kind of resources, and when we make money, we can be able to refer people and collaborate with other brands and projects to be able to help more people reach their potential, because that's the whole idea. So the idea is for us to reach as many women as possible, even men, because let me tell you, the people that ask me about due dates, because like we're a new magazine, due dates, they miss us, okay? Plus, I don't feel the pressure of releasing on the 1st anymore, because I'm really busy with the things behind the scene, getting the website together and getting the subscriptions, and there's a whole lot of things that I'm doing behind the scene. That's why it's also a priority for me to build a small team so it can help me. But it's crazy how many men ask us every month, when is the magazine coming out? When is the magazine? I'm like, guys, what is happening? So I'm honestly humbled, and I'm super grateful for that. Like, it goes a long way, because I know as men who support women, those are the OGs. Like, those are the OGs, man. Thank you so much. We really, really appreciate it as Sista Bosso Magazine. And if you want to get into the magazine, there are links on our Facebook on how to get yourself in the magazine, how to get an advert in the magazine and on our socials, and also how to get the free copies and read about what we've written so far.
And mo tshimologong ya interview, you spoke about gore go rata go nna le lerato le la go kwala go simolotse ka age ko tlase. And I know there are people by they would love, go kry your assist and be the contributors into the magazine. So I mean, ya go butswe for those by ba na le passion ya go kwala to contribute more the magazine.
Tricky question. I would say yes and no. It's very tricky because our standards are very high. Our standards are very high, and not high only in terms of what's in the magazine, but high in terms of our work ethic. We had to drop a lot of people, and I'm saying this from a place of love, okay? I have been dropped in a lot of projects, in a lot of cases before, and it's because when I look back, it's because of my work ethic at that time. There's people who are not ready for certain things, okay? Wow, that's nice, I want to be part of it, but you know personally that discipline where you are in your life, it won't take you there. So people who are willing to work with us, my assistant has, let me tell you, she has... When she jumped on board, it was just me and my mentor. My mentor does a lot of stuff for the magazine, which is the proofreading and just doing the smart things of the magazine, like checking all the smart parts of the things. But see, what my assistant did was just raise the bar with how she follows instructions, not even instructions, systems. Because, like I said, when you get into a new business, what you form are systems. How does a process work? Like, let me say, for example, here at the radio station at Mahikeng FM. All the producers here and the radio DJs, they have the same system. Even though it's not the same show, they get here, they sit down, they do the same thing on the computer. You put in your work, you check this, you check that. And if you do something differently, it might compromise the entire show. So even with us, it's like that. We are very strict of what kind of writers come on board. We are not willing to train anymore. We were training people. I'm not willing to train people anymore. We want people who are willing to listen and people who are fast learners. You know, we learn on the job. I mean, I can't say come with 10 years experience, okay?
Yes.
I understand, but you have to learn fast on the job and be able to ask questions. I love my assistant. You know what? She asks questions all the time, and she's not afraid to say, "Oh, I didn't know."
Yeah.
So even she taught me how to do that, because I can be very prideful, okay? So she taught me to really be humble and be able to say, no, I actually need help with this and that. So definitely we are looking for people, but we are looking for people who are willing to put in the work and to understand that I don't sleep half of the time because I work so hard. It's going to pay off at some point. So I don't want to work with somebody who's going to say, hey, I'm going to chase you out.
Yeah, no. All right. No, so it's like only 2 minutes. So a re buele ko the link e leng gore no bolela ba retsi gore ba ka kry the magazine ko yona. Yeah.
That link in my Facebook, and I know in a lot of about because at some point in a lot of pay, but I promise it's free. You don't need to pay. It's just that website is trying to get us to sell. They're saying to creators, why are you not selling this thing? Why are you giving it for free? But you can download the magazines for free and you can share them. It's not illegal. Please, I know some people feel bad for sharing the magazines. You can download it and share it with other people. Like we said, we need the magazines to be in as many village girls' phones or access as we can. Though the future magazines that we are going to be selling, they won't, as much as they will be shareable, they won't be usable for all of the people who have them. They will be strictly for subscribers. If you didn't pay for it, there will be some things in the magazine that you won't be able to have access to, obviously. But the free versions will still be going out to people, definitely.
Yeah. No, tla nna ke leboge gore o khonne go tla ka kwano. Ne ke nagana gore ya go tsama 10-15 minutes but re gogile up until 9. So
wow, I'm grateful, Batung.
Yeah, so ke a leboga for your time, for making time coming here. Ke tsa jala gore this is not the first time, this is not the last time re bua. Yeah, because there are topics selling gore I want to engage you mo go tsone. So ke a leboga thata gore botle kwana.
A whole of Hannah to Mahikeng FM and the listeners. Definitely, they should let us know where improve which other topics should we talk about. They are relatable to the people, which are village girls who want to be more passionate, more inspired to run businesses, not only to run businesses, but to get into their careers, because most people think, so I can, yes, you can be anything you want. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. No, ke lebogile man. Re tla dira gape mo nakong e tlang.
Definitely.
All right.
Let it be a blessed one.
Ra leboga. Fela mo nakong ya ga jana tsamile 2:09 ke mo nako e nna lo ena re tsamileng ka ga yone botsantla re seng wala tela ka thulaganyo ya maitiso thulaganyo ke a bofelo ya bekie mme le gale mo ga itshore le boga tata gore bonile karolo ya thulaganyo ya rona mo bekeng eno a re tsholetse mo bekeng e tlang nonetheless re kopana jela mo tsatsing la Sontaga go tsama go nna Kagiso morwa mmope modimo ke yo mogolo yo kileng wa re gatela lefu a re sela jela botshelo jo bo sa kutleng go fitla be re kopana jela mo nakong e latelang. Lion of Judah.